Okay, guys, we got to be real quick. I got quite a few things to do. Hope this Monday is going good for you. But we're going to keep going in on the U.S. and Israel attacking Iran, a war with Iran. Um, they keep saying mass destruction weapons, and haven't you heard this before? They want a nuclear bomb. It sounds just like when 9/11 happened when they invaded Afghanistan. But look, so one major news point that came up with these bombs flying is a girls' school has been bombed in Iran. Guess who bombed it? Israel. I don't know what's going on with Israel and these bombings of and the killings of children, but they are notorious for this. I understand in war children are killed, but they are notoriously known for killing children. Like, how did out of the whole city a girls' school just get bombed? At first it said 40 children were killed, but now there's about 100 plus children. Just like in Gaza, it was over 20,000 plus children killed. We still don't know because no independent journalists are able to get inside the city. It's a complete block off. And so, plus 80% of the whole Gaza Strip is gone. So who knows what's under that rubble. They say it'd take at least a full year, 24/7, to clear that up. Then what we also got is 555 deaths in Iran total, plus counting and whatnot, in the war that was named by Donald Trump called Epic Fury. I don't know. Donald Trump and this Israelis in the Middle East want World War III. And anyway, just show a little clip about the children in Iran. Okay, so we see the children of Iran dead. Rest in peace to those children. I don't know what they have anything to do with this, other than literally genetics being born in Iran. Israel has to get Israel. It's at a point to where Israel you purposely targeting children at this point. Like, how do you guys have the greatest record of killing children? It's crazy. Also, guys, Ali Khamenei, we talked about him earlier, supreme leader of Iran, has been bombed, killed by an Israeli missile, location given by the CIA. He died with his daughter, his son-in-law, and his grandchildren. A whole generation wiped out. Hopefully he had other children, and so they can carry on a legacy. And when I say hopefully, I'm not saying like as if I'm some Iran fan. Iran is not Middle East. Once again, I'm a Pan African. In the Middle East, the Arabs there is a lot of dark history between them and us Africans. But we're just going to talk about this situation. So, what is this whole war about? This war about is the U.S. and Israel's push for global hegemony. They want to have complete control of the world, and how one of those things is controlling the oil. The largest oil producer in the Western Hemisphere is what? Venezuela. So why did they go kidnap Maduro, the president of Venezuela? They're bombing shipping small fishermen from going in and out and fishing. They're just bombing that. So they've captured all the oil in the Western Hemisphere, the largest producers in the Western Hemisphere, and now they go into the Arab world and they understand that Iran is the only solid standing country in the Middle East outside of Saudi Arabia, UAE. Iran is like the main backers of all these small states. So they understand if they can topple Iran, they can have control of the whole Middle East. There'll be no one to step up and fight them. So they really want Iran down. That's the reason why Benjamin Netanyahu's been claiming for the last 30 years. They have atomic missiles. They're going for 30 years. It's taking them 30 years. And when Iran has said we don't want one, we never wanted one. What's going on? Can we make a deal here because we want our money? All their money was frozen. So they're trying to start World War III, U.S. and Israeli homogeny, and global domination. Right now it looks like gas prices are going to go up, guys. Get ready for that. Gas prices are going to shoot up. Iran has blocked off a certain area of the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea. The Red or Mediterranean Sea, right there in that sea, where a lot of oil shippers go back and forth constantly 24/7. So get ready for that. Once you hear about these negotiations happening, you start realizing there is no space for de-escalation. Whenever America sits down to have these dishonest conversations, guess what Israel does? Shoots a missile over Iran and blows up a daycare in Gaza or Iran. And it's like, okay, they don't really want to de-escalate. Iran didn't have one, don't want one, and don't want one. Also, the JCPOA, we talked about them during the whole time when Obama set up the deal with them. They had already had set up a deal of they would have a monitors that would come into Iran and check out their nuclear sites and see that they're using them properly, and they would be open book to whatever people had to say. So once again, global homogeny. Also, Israel is the most violent country in the world. Can we take? I wish I could do polls on here. At this point, Israel's the most violent rogue country on the planet Earth. They're, and that has a lot to say with a lot of situations in this world. You got Russia and Ukraine. You got the war in the Congo, South Sudan. Israel is by far have been in the most conflicts out of any country in the last 15, 20 years. The reason being is the Zionist lobby is so powerful here in the United States. When you hear things called AIPAC, AIPAC is a giant funding agency that funds politicians. So say if you have a local senator running in your local state or city, AIPAC will say, here goes $100,000, $200,000. Just make sure you do this and this. They're the largest contributors outside of the NRA, I believe, to political funding and campaign, raising of campaign funds and whatnot. So with that, they're able to push Americans into war with them. Because right now, Iran has nothing to do with America. Why are they over there? Because, like I said before, Israel's the capital of America. It's just a piece of America, but it just goes down with a different flag and a different look and a different religion, I guess. Whatever. So pretty much what we have right now is, in this United States, we are not being ran by a constitution. We are being ran by a military state. We are a military state at this point. There is no constitution. Whatever the army decides to do, it does, and the rest of us have to eat it. Because right now, this war is completely unpopular. The public does not want this war. People do not want to send their children to Iran to go die in the desert for your oil companies. For what? So you can rule the globe? For what? Why is it such a need to rule the whole world? Why can't everyone just be in peace and rule the little piece of area that they have? So also I want to talk about is Dubai. Finally, Dubai is getting destroyed. I never liked Dubai. I would hear stories about Dubai. Dubai is the safest and cleanest place on earth. You can leave your car running, a brand new from Lamborghini, and no one steal it. This and this and that. Guys, if you understand where the funding from Dubai comes from a lot of these wars in the Congo and the steal gold from a lot of different African countries, diamonds. Dubai is a disgusting place. They have a lot of sex trafficking there of adults and minors. They do a lot of, like I said, human trafficking. And just in general, Dubai is just a billionaire's resort. If you don't have at least $200 million in the bank, don't think you're going to Dubai. For what? We're going to eat a $50 hamburger? The place is disgusting. And then two, the reason why they can be so expensive and live like that is because they have such cheap labor. They'll have people who come from undeveloped countries, and they have them paying them slave wages. There's a whole other side, just as rich as Dubai is, there's a whole other area where there's people living in languish and poverty. So, also what we have here is the UAE. If you watch the UAE, also Saudi Arabia, Dubai, which are part of the UAE, and you go to walkfree.org, in these UAE countries, slavery is still legal. They really have auction blocks where they're selling people, usually those coming from war-torn countries in Africa, crossing through the Middle East, Libya, Morocco, and those Arab areas. They are captured and taken into slavery, where they have to work for free. They'll call your family and say, do you have this ransom money? We'll let him go. If they don't, and he's kidnapped and he's put into slavery. But anyway, there's a little contradiction also, too, with Iran, because you have the youth who are saying, hey, we want a difference in power, and we want to change up the dynamics. We want a different government, this and that. Now, I would tell Iranian youth is, I don't know if you want the American version, the Israeli version of change of power. We've seen this happen in Libya. That's what they were screaming and chanting, get Muammar Gaddafi, which he was also apparently a CIA. I did more reading about him. I would say a CIA, not an agent, but just someone they worked with in the Middle East or Africa. So we still got to figure that out. But yeah, to the youth of Iran, be careful what you're cheering for, because you guys want TikTok and Instagram and all this and that. And you don't even know that Israel's about to just put you guys and suck all the resources out of your countries and turn it into a vacuum like ISIS and whatnot. And just constantly keep chaos so that there is no true movement or any true stabilization in that region so they can stay rich and wealthy. So I would tell the youth of Iran, be careful what you ask for. And also to the American government, be careful what you ask for. Because even though Iran has bombed these different locations, like Dubai airport, so Dubai's tourism is going to go skyrocketing to the bottom. And Saudi Arabia areas, I understand they've been saying some strong statements like we're going to work with the United States. But you're going to start galvanizing the Middle East, and I don't know if Israel wants to be there. They already don't want to be there, but it's going to be a little bit crazy. But anyway, just give you guys some updates on that, and stay tuned. Watch your oil and gas prices. They will be going up because Iran, like I said earlier, is blocking off a lot of the sea over there and imports and exports going from the oil over there. It's going to have a trickle-down effect. They're looking at India and China look like they're going to have the biggest effect for this war happening. Yeah, so guys, let's just keep our head on a swivel, and let's all just pay attention to what's going on and understand it's real out here, and stay connected with the higher power. But anyway, to everyone involved in this matter, in this party, cooler heads shall prevail, and this is the war Trump wants. He's going to pull this and carry this war all the way till his presidency, till the next election run, and say, I can't leave this unfinished business. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's free. Peace.